Hello and thank you for tuning in to Millennium Movies. So we have our very first teaser trailer for M. Night Shyamalan's thriller series, Servant. So this is for season 4, and again, this is the final season for Servant, and it's coming to us on January 13th, 2023. So let's just go ahead and get right into this breakdown for this teaser trailer. So most of it is sort of just recapping seasons 1 through 3, and we're getting a lot of old footage, but in the last, I want to say like 30 seconds or so, we do get a lot of brand new footage, so that's what we're going to talk about. So the very first thing that we have here, one of the very first new things that we see is sort of Leanne walking into the street where there's just a massive hole in the street, and it's a very curious shot to me because I'm wondering if maybe this is something that Leanne has done herself, and maybe this is kind of her maybe not realizing the full extent of her power reach, and maybe this is something that she's accidentally done, maybe in a fit of rage. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But it's very interesting imagery to start off the the brand new teaser. We also get a shot here of Uncle George returning and saying basically like this is the end, and yes, this is the final season for Servant. So everything is coming to a head here. Uncle George is coming back. He's come to finish a war with Leanne, right? Basically, and Leanne is saying that too, that there is a war coming and that there's nothing you can do to stop her. And I imagine she's maybe telling that to Uncle George, or she could be telling that to to Dorothy, Julian, and Sean. So and speaking of Dorothy, Julian, and Sean, we get a really fascinating shot here where we see that Dorothy is in a wheelchair, and in an earlier shot too, we see that she's like crawling on the floor. So maybe Dorothy has an accident of some kind where she's kind of becomes a little bit physically incapacitated for this season, where she's in a wheelchair, and maybe she can't get in a physical confrontation with Leanne, and maybe this sort of has to become a mental battle where that could really speak to the character of Dorothy, and that could really have her arc come full circle, right? Where at the beginning of the series where we met her, she was really mentally in a state of disarray, right? Sort of mentally incapacitated, where she couldn't deal with the death and the loss of Jericho, to where now at the final end of the series, it has to become a mental battle for Dorothy to deal with what happened to Jericho. And that's maybe the only way that you can deal with Leanne is dealing with her in that sort of way, where it's not physically but mentally. So that could be an interesting battle there between Dorothy and Leanne, and just an interesting thought that I want to throw out there in this teaser trailer. Of course, it could mean nothing, but still. With Sean, we see an interesting shot where like a chandelier or like some lights seem to be falling down on him. So that's pretty crazy. And with Julian, man, Julian really is my favorite character in the show. I kind of feel like this is sort of revitalized Rupert Grint's career, and I'm really happy for it. But we get a really cool shot where he's looking like a freaking doomsday prepper here, and the reason for that is because that we see a bunch of like birds and a bunch of crazy things happening in the streets where chaos seems to be ensuing, and it looks post-apocalyptic. So it's really cool just to see Julian here looking like a doomsday prepper. It's really awesome. I hope his character gets a happy ending, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, I think the big thing that we get from this teaser trailer is Leanne and all the homeless people who, of course, are her followers, sort of doing these sort of it looks like they're sort of performing some sort of ritualistic dance or something. And at the end of the trailer, we get the shot where Leanne's like got the full makeup on, and she's got the smile on her face, and she looks like she really is gone full villain for season 4. So I'm excited for it. It looks like there is going to be a war between Leanne and her people against Uncle George and the Turners, and I'm here for it, man. I'm ready to go. Servant season 4 is coming to us again January 13th on Apple TV Plus, and you can bet I will be doing episode reviews for season 4 just like I did for season 3. But yeah, I want to know what you guys are thinking. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you excited for Servant Season 4? And what are you thinking from this teaser trailer? I want to know your thoughts and opinions down below, so please let me know. But as always, if you want to stay up to date on all the latest in the world of film and TV news, well, you're in the right place, and consider subscribing to Millennium Movies, because I would love to have you along for the ride. But until next time, this has been Millennium Movies, and I will see you all very soon.